Let's go, Nafisa. Show must
Guys,
go on.
we are waiting for Paal to just go to live YouTube and accept another participant
Mm,
just for a minute.
Come on. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so hi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, food folks. This is your host, Nafisa Hassan, and welcome back to another episode of Food in English sharing session. So if you're brand new here, my name is Nafisa on your screen, and today we have a podcast session. So this program is from Food Technology Study Program, and we are having two different sessions, which is one is interactive talk show. You can ask the Q&A. We have a Q&A session on interactive talk show, but now we are having podcast session. If you already watched another video, another episode of Food and English sharing session, maybe you are know that we already have a podcast with international students from Uganda, Poland, and then also from the Uzbekistan. And now we are hearing you guys. We are hearing your aspiration to just ask this special guest, gorgeous, gorgeous man, I would say. Maybe this is not a new phase of food technology study program. This is our lecture, and but now this is not our lecture anymore. This person is going to be our motivator right now. So, without further ado, boys and girls, citizen of the world, food folks, please welcome Mr. Yoga Pratama, PhD. Hi, sir.
Yay!
Hi.
Hello,
How are you, sir?
everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. It's a long time after the last time we met, right, sir?
Yeah.
So, if I may know, what are you busy with now?
Right now busy preparing lecture for tomorrow. Now,
Mhm.
actually, if you ask me now, this is evening. It should be my family time right now, but because of you
Wow.
guys, all right, I sacrifice my family time a bit to be with you and share whatever you want to know about me. So here we are.
Okay. So basically, my uh, it's not my need to ask you, just me, sir. A lot of people want to know your whole story. I mean, like, you're our lecturer. We already know your story about lipid, food additive, and many other things you call it like from the course college, right? But we would like to know your whole story, your origin story. What makes you being you right now, like that, sir?
Yes. Okay, Nafisa. Hello everyone. I hope that you guys can hear me well. Is my voice clear? Is it okay, Nafisa?
Yeah,
Yeah, clear
yeah,
enough.
it's
Yes.
audible enough.
All right. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't prepare like very specially for tonight. I mean, like, I was told that this session will be like casual, so I'm being very casual. Just come back
Mm-hmm.
from campus like about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, it was fortunate because I mean, like, the rain was not there yet. Now it rains quite hard in my area. So, hello, my
Mm-hmm.
name is Yoga. If you haven't known me yet, because I know that maybe if you are a first grade, I mean, like, first year student, maybe you haven't met me yet in the classroom. So, I mean, like this, our host today forgot to really mention like introducing me. So, okay. You assume that everybody knows me. So, okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yoga. I'm your lecturer. But today, what I'm going to share with you, like our host asked me, is what makes me me? Is there something like that? Yeah,
Yeah.
what makes me me? Then how far should I go back? Is it starting from the college time, starting from
Okay,
after
let's
college?
okay, let's throw back far from this. Born and raised in Bataan, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, right? So
okay.
then you choose to study to Bogor. Is that far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Doesn't seem
correct.
far from your house. Why you choose Bogor and food technology in that?
Well, one of my uncles actually, I don't know whether he told me something true or something a lie, because he told me that Yoga, if you want to study, then go with the food technology. He said that uh, people cannot stop eating food, right? So the food technology always have future, he said. Well, yes
Mhm.
and no. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I believe that, yeah, I believe that what he said, what he told me, then I actually applied for this food technology program from IPB University. And by that
Mhm.
time, you know the program where you apply without any selection process, and then you got admitted to the program, something like, what do you call it now? I
Mm.
like the SNM,
SNBP
SNBP.
prestasi,
I
right,
mean,
sir?
like, yes, I mean, something like that. So basically, I applied, and then I got admitted. And I was a bit too lazy to apply anything else. So okay, I will go with this. I mean, like,
But you are go with SNBP prestasi.
I don't know.
So
It
you are
back
the
in my
outstanding student from senior high school.
something like that. You can say, yeah. But it was true. I mean, like, as far as I can say now, what he told me, my uncle told me, it is true. Now you can see that the food,
Mhm.
people never stop eating food, right? I mean, like, the easiest example is during the COVID-19. I was back in the UK by the time, and everything stops basically. Flight stops, all the amusement stops, movie theater stops, right? But the several things that still operational by the time was a supermarket, which by, of course, selling you food because you have to eat food anyway. And then hospitals are still operational, and we were not allowed to go. I mean, like, we were in lockdown by the time, and the only good reason that we can still allowed to go was to buy food. I mean, like, you can see that food, whatever happens, even during the lockdown, that basically disrupted all the activities in the world. Food science still there, food technology is still there, food processing is still there. So I would say now, okay, I'm confident, and I'm happy that I chose this path. But you will find your own path, and you will find your own answer whether your choice is correct or not. I will let it be your answer, not my answer.
Okay. So after you finish your college life in IPB University, and then you go to the what is the industry, or you take S2, sir.
No, yeah. Thank you, Nafisa. So basically, I think I have told this several times to some of you maybe. So the story goes like this. back in the day, I mean, like I was quite keen to pursue my study. I mean, I would like to have my master degree, right? But then by that time, I had this idealism, you can call it. I mean, like if I want to do a master degree, I want to do it in overseas. I don't want to do it in Indonesia. That is something that I don't know. I would not say it was arrogant, but it was a dream, I would say. Yes. I mean, like sometimes you want to have a dream, right? I want to do this master degree program not in Indonesia. And because it is not in Indonesia, and I know that my family was not very, very rich. So I know that I could not do it without any scholarships. So I spent like the whole, I don't know, 4 years, or maybe not 4 years, but the last 2 years of my bachelor program, trying to find this suitable scholarship for me to obtain a master degree in overseas. So I searched for, maybe the Monbusho, for example, all right, the Monbusho program to go to Japan, and then you also have like a Chevening to go to UK. You have Erasmus to go to Europe, and so on and so forth. And after I finished my program, right after I finished my bachelor degree, I applied for several scholarship programs, right? I applied for, it was like a one scholarship, quite prestigious scholarship given by the Netherlands. The name was Huygens Scholarship or something like that. So I applied this several, but when you graduate from the bachelor program, ideally you want to go to master degree immediately, right? But while waiting, you cannot be jobless. So
Yeah.
I do not put all of my hopes only for the scholarship. So while applying for the scholarship, at the same time, I also apply for the industry, apply for the position in job positions, basically. So I applied both. It was quite, I don't know, sad or inspiring. I don't know. You can tell me. So when I applied for this Huygens scholarships, I have to apply. I have to obtain one like recommendation, not only from my referee, not only from my lecturers, but also recommendation from the what do you call, like, program coordinator in the Netherlands.
Oh.
So basically you have to apply for the course first. Once you are admitted to the course, and then the course program director or program coordinator, he or she has to recommend you to apply for that program, right? So I have been admitted. I got this letter from Wageningen University back in the days. It was like, wow. I mean, imagine 2007, I believe. There was not so, I mean, like when I applied for that program, I have to send the letter still, like physical letter, go to the post office, send it to them. And then when they say that they admitted me, they also replied my letter by giving me a physical letter. So imagine I think I lived in this one, what do you call it, like a rented house with my 7 or 8 students, my colleagues, for example. When I received that letter with Wageningen University, and then wow, I was like, my friends were like, wow, you got admitted to Wageningen University. I was so happy, so happy. But that was only the program admission, not the scholarships, right? And then after that, I still asked for the recommendation letter from the program director, and he gave me. He gave me one, and I remember the recommendation letter was in Dutch. I didn't know the meaning of those Dutch letter, but it was written in Dutch. I was like, wow, someone recommended me in Dutch and saying that this is a very good student, very high achieving with the good marks and this and that. The only thing that I remember was because I consulted that letter to one of my friends who is actually doing a Dutch language, and then he told me, Yoga, you know what? This is very nice letter, but there was like a small mistake because he he put you as a she, not a he. Yeah, I
Oh.
didn't. I mean, like I didn't know. It's
Mhm.
like it was in the letter. In the letter said that in Dutch, but it was like for the female third person, not like she is the one. Ah, okay. Anyway, but I was having like very high hope at the time. But
Mhm.
when you try something, you have to be prepared to be successful, but also to be prepared to be failed, and that what happened to me. So after all of those long process, sending all of the requirements, getting admitted to the program, getting recommendation from the program director, but eventually, sorry, you're not successful. I mean, my scholarship was failed. The admission was okay, but the scholarship was failed. So yeah, sad, regret, right? And then because of my failure, I apply for this industry, so many industry that I have applied. And one of the good industries that admitted me was Unilever of Indonesia. I always use that as one of my what do you call it, like main experience in industry because it was very nice multinational company. But
Mhm.
what happens interestingly was when I was admitted to Unilever Indonesia, actually I got another email by the
Mhm.
time. I got another email. The email was like this: sorry, Yoga. So the email was from the program director of Wageningen University. So he told me that sorry, that your application to the scholarship was not successful, this and that, but we are happy to offer you a partial scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that was like a partial scholarship. I still remember the amount was like 700 euro per month. It was
Mhm.
okay. I mean, like for a single person, it's still okay, livable, but it doesn't cover the air flight, this and that.
Mhm.
So I was, comparing between, okay, this is a partial scholarship. The other one is one position, good position in a multinational company. And then I say, okay, so I will go to the industry first.
Mhm.
So I went to the industry, and then while I was in industry, every year I apply for another scholarship.
Wow.
So you see that there is
The
no in
dedication.
yeah in my case, the scholarship doesn't come easy, didn't come easy really.
Mhm.
Um I love to tell you this story. I mean, like I was admitted to this Unilever Indonesia, right?
Mhm.
I think my position, the first position that I got was assistant manager for quality assurance. It was nice job. I mean, I
Mhm.
learned a lot. I was challenged a lot, but then still I have this dream to pursue my master degree, right? So every
Mhm.
year after that, I apply for another scholarship. I mean, I'm done with this Netherlands scholarship, so I apply for Erasmus Mundus scholarship. You met her. I mean, like you met Monica. Monica was
Yeah.
my first love in Europe.
Oh. Oh yeah. Mhm.
So I mean, let me just complete this story. So I applied first. I applied for this Erasmus Mundus scholarship, the one that Monica, the lady from KU Leuven came just for the ISPA conference, right? So I
Yeah.
applied for the first one, the first time. I think I got this reserved list, they call it. So you have the main list, you have the reserve list,
Mhm.
right? And then I was in the eighth position in the reserve list.
Mhm.
Eighth position in the reserve list. You can imagine means that if I want to be at the main list, right? So I
Yeah.
have to pray hard. So to pray hard that like seven people, not seven, maybe 8 people
Eight.
above me
Mhm.
will for some reason cancel their nomination or something. For example, maybe sorry, I cannot go to this and that because my visa is not approved, this and that. 8 people do that, and only then I can go to the main list. But it's too much, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
reserves list number 8. I mean, like I don't get it. I didn't get it eventually. Oh, okay. I didn't give up. So I tried to, I think I improved my motivation letter. I improved my reference letter, this and that. So on my second try, you know what? On my second try, I got reserved list again.
Mhm.
This time as the first. So the first on the reserve list, number one.
Wow.
Number one, reserve list. You know what I did? Oh my God. I spent like the 3 weeks, I think 3 or 4 weeks, because after that I have to wait for another 3 or 4 weeks just to make sure that nobody in the main list will either the main list people will cancel the nomination or not. So during these 3 4 months, oh, I pray like twice or three times more than I normally do, maybe. Praying that, oh, come on, Ya Allah, please, maybe one of the main list will cancel the nomination for whatever reason. I pray so hard. Finally, you know what? I didn't get it. For the second time, I
Okay.
didn't get the
Yeah.
nomination. I still in the reserve list. Nobody in the main list canceled their nomination whatsoever.
Mhm.
And then on the third try, I said, okay, this will be my last try. I will apply this one more time. And that's it, I said. And I got it.
Wow. So it's not the one shot, right, sir? You have to shot a lot of shot,
No, I
but
tried three
dedication,
times.
sir.
I tried 3 times, like so hard to get that position. But maybe the good things was because it gave me like enough experience, I believe, in the industry. Imagine if I got it like in my first try, maybe I didn't get enough exposure maybe in industry. But now because I got it only after my third try, I can say that okay, I did this, I did that. I can share with you my experience in working in food industry. So yeah, I don't think that it was bad experience. It happens for a reason. Now I think it happens for a reason. But you know what? The good thing from that, so I did 3 times, right, to get the position for my master degree scholarship. Learning from that, learning from not so good experience, right? For my PhD scholarship, I did it like I learned from my mistake. I prepared myself like very, very well. Even I remember I had to get this IELTS test, right? I didn't apply any what do you call it, like a preparation course, but I did like what do you call it, like self uh evaluation, doing some.
Okay. For folks, maybe Mr. Yoga has a bit trouble with the Wi-Fi. Please just stay here. We'll wait for a bit.
Hello, Nafisa. So I'm in, Nafisa.
Yeah, hi, sir. So Mr.
Yeah,
Yoga has a bit trouble with the Wi-Fi, but
yes.
he's coming back after this.
Yeah, me too. So if you
Mm-hmm.
see, I am in a dark area, so
Mm-hmm.
there is no electricity. So recently the electricity was down. So perhaps,
Because of the rain, right?
yes, because of the
Yeah.
rain. So
Mm-hmm.
as you can see, you will see my my face is dark.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think we should continue to the another, for example, maybe is there any your experience in finding something like scholarship, or maybe you can ask a participant here to uh ask something about the achievement. So maybe
Yeah, sir. So this story from Pak Yoga is always is like it's
yeah.
wonderful,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can. Yes, wonderful.
It's
And then
gorgeous. Mhm.
that was very hero, something like what is that? The big movement.
Yeah, yeah. If you know, sir, this is not my idea to get Pak Yoga here because,
Mm,
like I told you before, I hear from the audience. I have an aspiration from a people
yeah,
near me who say that Nafisa, please talk with Pak Yoga, make a talk show, and ask him about anything about his career path.
yeah.
His yeah,
But I think
they
that's good since he has a huge experience in finding the achievement, and then
Mhm.
from the scratch and then until the top. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
many knowledgement from him. I think he is back right now.
yeah, he is here. Hi, Pak Yoga.
Hello. I think
Yeah.
Paal has successfully sent the blackout to my area.
Mm.
The blackout, the black spot, you mean? So I'm with the Lilin Pak. So this is my candle. Yeah, so
Wow.
you can see candle.
Oh, oh my. The
Uh,
dedication.
so this is artistic Pak to make the something like a good, what is it? Good lightning. Yeah.
It's aesthetic, right,
And
sir? It's a Gen
Paal,
Z core.
Paal is at home and you have blackout and you still have your tie on. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Impressive.
yeah. I just arrived back since I very hard to find the Grab and then Gojek, when the rain comes. So it was very maybe 15 minutes to reach the Grabs.
Mm. Okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
sir,
sorry,
Okay.
let's
Nafisa.
continue the
Sorry,
story,
everyone.
sir.
Yes,
So interesting.
I was about to
Yeah.
tell
Okay.
you
Please
that,
continue.
yeah, and after this, you can ask me anything, yeah? So
Mm-hmm,
basically, I was telling you about the story where I struggled a lot when I tried to find my scholarship for the master degree. And then when I finished my master degree and work again, and then joining the food technology Undip, all right.
mm-hmm,
Uh, and then I would like to get also another chance to get my PhD degree. But this time I learned from my mistakes and I prepared everything very, very, what do you call it? More than 100% possibly. I mean, like I
mm-hmm,
learned from my mistake. I met so many people who were experienced. Like for example, you know that the scholarship that applied was the LPDP. So I met
mm-hmm,
several Undip employees, Undip lecturers who are also reviewers of the LPDP. I asked them how to be, good in interview, this and that. So basically, I did my homework. I
mm-hmm.
prepared, and it took me one time to get
Wow.
the scholarship for the PhD degree. So I can say that okay, I am improved after all.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, that
sorry,
was a
sir.
bit of the story. Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry. So your dream is to be the lecturer, not in industry.
Um, no, Nafisa, it cannot be like black and white like that.
Mm. Oh, okay.
I mean, like the older you are, you will learn more that, okay, I think that I like this, but eventually you say, oh no, I don't really like this. I like this more, for example.
Mm.
Like the easier analogy would be like when you were a child, you like to eat candy, possibly, right? But now you
Mm-hmm,
don't
mm-hmm,
really like candy anymore. I mean, like dream can also change. What you want can
mm-hmm,
also change. Um, well, how to put this? At one after you finish you I mean after I finished my bachelor degree, I was like, okay, I'm open to options. I mean, like, anyway, because you haven't tried many things, right? I mean, like you don't really know whether this is good or for you, this is bad for you. So I was like, okay, if I got a good position in industry, why not? I will go to industry. And I want to say that the industry that I joined at the time was nice and paid well. That was a quite good point to make. It paid well. I mean, like financially, I was happy, but then I worked harder than what I'm doing now. I mean, like I work like normally, for example, from 8 to 8 o'clock at night, and then it was like daily basis. And I mean, like the pressure was very high because in that kind of environment, you are, I would say, do or die. Do or die means if you don't do that, and then if you cannot compete with your peers, then your career will not improve, and eventually sometimes, for example, people will even fire you. But so to make story short, that financially was okay, but I feel something empty in my heart. Oh, I feel empty. And that
Yeah.
emptiness comes from that you sometimes you have some kind of like satisfaction on doing something. This something that I cannot say for every people will be the same. I mean, like you have some people will have their satisfaction by doing some cleaning, for example, or by doing, for example, sharing with others, by I don't know, performing something, for example. And to me, what I did at the time, it didn't give me like satisfaction emotionally. So yeah, and I grew up. No, I not I grew up. I'm born from a teacher family. My parents are teachers, and I think teaching is in my blood. And but not only teaching. So yeah, eventually maybe also the faith brought me here, becoming a
Yeah, we also
lecturer.
think that you are born to be a lecturer, sir.
Say that again, sorry.
We also think that you born to be a lecturer. Like,
You're born to
yeah, yoga.
how can you represent yourself? I mean, are you representing yourself or people like your classmate?
Yeah, my classmate, people near me, when they think of, when we talk about the lecturer, they say like, Pak Yoga is born to be a lecturer, but how can he get the industry? But he still chose to be a lecturer here.
Yeah, this is something. This is recorded. Yeah, not so nice. Okay, next time
Okay.
I'm not going to mention any numbers here, but I still remember one of the questions given to me during my interview to be a lecturer was like, you see, if you want to be a lecturer here, first of all, I mean, like they knew my background. My background was already someone in the management. I mean, like the assistant manager is quite high position in industry, right? I remember telling you maybe that last number that I had was like 300 subordinates, something like that. Yeah, so I had a subordinate about 300 people, so it was yeah, quite high in the management ladders. But then I remember one of the panelists by the time when I had my interview, I don't know whether it was Prof. Rio or Prof. Anna. He asked me, Yoga, why do you choose to be a lecturer? I mean, like he asked me because here what you will be is you will start from scratch, you will start from zero again, and people will tell you to do things. It's true. I'm not like Pak Albari tell me to do this and that. I was pleased. Yes, sir.
Oh, but did you hear that?
Even until now. Yes.
Yeah.
And but then um then I had to give a good answer, right? And then I remember my answer was simply was because being lecturer was my passion, something like that.
Wow, it's a
So
cliche.
something that you want to do even you are not being paid. I don't know. Maybe you have that kind of activity that even okay, I will be, for example, Nafisa, you like to be an MC or you like to be a radio DJ or something like that. Even though they don't pay you, maybe you still want to do it. I mean, because
Yeah.
because happy. Yeah, something like maybe because I like the job. I like to see this your eyes, not you, but
Mhm.
the students' eyes blinking with wow, so it's something like that.
Yeah. So, do you know this dream? Your dream is, do you find it when you are in a college, sir? Or,
It goes with time, Nafisa.
mm,
It goes with the interaction. I would not say that being a lecturer is my like a dream job. No, but you will how to put this? This is something that not easy really. I mean, like it is not like a 1 + 1 becoming 2. No,
mhm,
you sometimes you will choose between 2 options, 3 options. Which one is better for you? Which one is worse for you? Um, well, for now, I can say that I like this profession. I like to be a lecturer, a researcher, because it gives me a lot of flexibility. This is something that maybe you haven't realized yet, right? But for
mhm,
example, if you would like to have like the maximum flexibility that, okay, you can make your own factory, you can make your own business. I mean, like you will have the biggest flexibility in the world, right? Because that is your business, but you also have a lot of headaches because you have to think about a lot of things. But then if you go with the normal path where, for example, you apply for a job and then the job will tells you, okay, you are assistant manager for this, you are production, you are quality, then they will give you a set of tasks, right? And this
mhm,
kind of set of tasks, sometimes it becomes a bit boring sometimes. You don't really have, I mean, like in my experience, I mean, like because I didn't try so many positions. I mean, like I was marketing for 2 months possibly, so I couldn't say a lot.
mhm,
Then I spent a lot of times becoming like quality and then in production and regulatory. So I had that kind of sense already that jobs for me is a bit it's nice. I mean, relevant to what I studied, but it didn't give me like this kind of like a flexibility. You have set of
mhm,
tasks, you have a deliverables that you have to meet. But then being a lecturer right now, for example, I have the flexibility, a lot of flexibility. I can make my own proposal. I would like to make operation, for example, with people from UK, from the Europe. I can also
mhm.
apply something like I shared you one possible program in the US, right?
Mhm.
A
Yeah.
similar position is also available for lecturer. So you can see that, wow, I have the options on my hand. I can apply it. And
Mhm.
then nobody can tell me no, for example. I mean, like if I want to apply, I can apply. So
Yeah.
this kind of flexibility, this kind of initiative, something that sometimes you cannot really put, I mean, value on it. I mean, you cannot put money worth on it.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain this. This is quite an adult talk. I mean, you
I'm not
really
an
have
adult yet.
yeah, adult in the sense like you have to try a lot of things first
Mhm. Oh,
to
yeah.
appreciate things something. Oh, why? I mean, like I back in the day, I was like very happy. Oh, I got this much every month. I mean, like I'm happy. I could buy more. My first car was I bought my first car when I worked only for 1 year. I believe I remember.
Mhm.
So working after 1 year, I had enough money to buy a car. I mean, I was very happy with it. But then eventually, hmm, I worked very hard, but who is actually, receiving the benefit of my work? Is it the
Oh, yeah.
community?
Mhm.
You can, but this is adult talk. And I mean, like, I
Okay.
don't expect that you can understand it now, but you will eventually know what you want to do after you experience many things. So I would not say that I know what I want to do from the very first go, but I experience things. Yeah,
Mm.
experience things. And then during my experience, I said, okay, I don't really like this. I don't really like that. Okay, this is what I want to do, something like that.
Yeah, but being a lecturer is also have force you to teach in front of the class. Don't you feel bored saying the same thing over and over again in a class?
Ah, tell me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, you teach us I mean, like your PowerPoint is from 2021 or you name it, like, and you have to teach it to another student again and again. When you feel bored, what do you need to do, sir?
When I feel bored, you see, how to put it? So actually, if you ask me whether I feel bored, it really depends on the audience.
Mm.
It really depends on the audience. Again, I mean, like, I don't feel any joy talking to, I mean, like, now I can see your face, so I can see your expression. Now I'm okay with this, right? But most of the time when I deliver this lecture online, what I will see is a black screen. When it is black screen, it doesn't matter whether that is my first time delivering that lecture, but seeing no response, it doesn't give you any stimuli, you know, a stimulus to do more, to express more, right?
Mhm.
While when I teach in the classroom, I can see the expression, and this expression is actually the one that motivates me. You see, sometimes when I teach one lecture again and again, what I do is not getting, yeah, of course, sometimes you get bored, but what I do is actually, I'm getting better and better. Better and
Mm.
better means like I can find a more interesting fact, a more interesting story, a more funny anecdotes related to the lecture, this and that. Well, I told this story to my supervisor, my PhD supervisor. They didn't believe me. I mean, like, I told them I could speak for 3 hours straight, I said, explaining about sterilization, can sterilization. I told them that. I mean, like, back when I was a PhD student, I did this, what they call it, a demonstrator, basically like assistant for the lab session, right? So I had the session with the international students, with the UK students, and I can easily spend like 3 hours talking nonstop to them in English, of course, right? And I remember, and I told them, then they were like asking me, what did you tell them? I mean, like, are you not tired? No, I said that, you know, when I said about this canning sterilization, I told them the story about, what was it again? The Napoleon Bonaparte, how the Napoleon Bonaparte making this like award, whoever can find a method to preserve this food, this and that, and then they will give you. I mean, like, there are some interesting facts to do that, and then you see, even though I say that like again and again, maybe more than 50 times, right? Because I do that like several times in a year. Um, I always have a new students, and these new students, they always give me a new expression, and this new like happy, surprise, like you know, enlightened.
Oh, yeah.
And that gives
Yeah.
you a certain feeling that I cannot explain. I'm happy.
So, uh, so you can so you can define this is your success. Can you? Or,
No, I don't want to define that. I mean, like, once you define this is my success, you will feel complacent, and complacency is not good, Nafisa.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean here?
Yeah.
I mean, like, when you feel like, oh, this is my success, and then you will feel like you are happy, you are proud of yourself, and then you stop growing. So I would say this is nothing. This is far away from what I want to be.
Okay, then what do you want to be?
I knew that you will ask that. Oh gosh, this is like really. I like to say that I would like to be an international citizen based in Indonesia.
Mhm.
So that
International
is to put it
citizen.
based in Indonesia, to put it short.
Okay. Okay, maybe it's far from us right now because we are here just undergraduate students, right, sir?
Yeah, that's why I mean,
But
like, this hard to explain to you, but
Mhm.
that is my aspiration. I mean, like, I like my life right now. I'm happy. I don't feel like I'm so stressful. Very different from my life back in my industrial days. but still I don't want to be, I'm happy like because this is my success. No, I don't want to feel like that because, I still want to achieve more. I don't know. Yeah, you asked me.
Okay, you still want to achieve more. It's something we are related to, sir. If you know the condition of the Gen Z right now, you can call the Gen Z is a strawberry generation, right? So it's it looks so nice, but if you pinch it, it will boom like that. And now you're having that phase in our college life. Like we have to choose our path, right, sir? To go to this and that, choose industry or choose a master degree. But we don't have any enough time to prepare that because right now we have a lot of lapra, a lot of things to do lah. And then with this curriculum, Merdeka Belajar, curriculum Merdeka, they force me to do a lot in our undergraduate uh time, like that side. So if you could uh give us a solution, or you can tell us your story when you are back in your undergraduate life.
Yeah. Well, my undergraduate life, I mean, I did organization, BEM, and also this himpunan, you see,
Mhm,
I did something like that. I
mhm,
had time. I told this story. I mean, like, okay, I had this silly, silly theory because I
mhm,
grew up. I mean, like, there is a very big demonstration back in 1998, right? You know that?
mhm,
Yeah, very big
mhm,
98. So 1998, I was still in I don't know, I was in elementary school or middle high or something. Yeah,
mhm,
I mean, like I grew up watching this television, looking at wow, people are going to the street having demonstration, and I imagine if I want to be a college student, then I will do.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, when I, when I was a college student, I did that as well. I mean, like I had the experience of sitting on top of the bus, and circling this Monument Nasional, Monas, on top of the
Mhm,
bus, having the flag,
mhm,
flagging
mhm.
the flag and then demonstration. Yeah, I'm a college student, something like that. I think
Yeah.
I did that on my first year, and then I said, oh, okay, it's not really nice. Okay, then I stopped doing that on my second year. I was still in the organization. I was in Himpunan, and I think I joined this what do you call it? The one who goes to mountain climbing. I joined that kind of
Mhm,
activity as well. But most of the serious preparation was for the again applying scholarship. So I put a lot of effort to get a good scholarship. I had this one scholarship like what you similarly had maybe. It's different,
mhm,
but I tried to apply for scholarship, but I had this kind of idealism. If the scholarship mentions like, oh, you have to put a proof that you are from a poor family, something like that, then I said, no, I'm
mhm,
not going to apply for this kind of scholarship. So I apply the scholarship only for the one, giving. I mean, like I'm not rich. I'm not going to give you. I'm not saying that I'm rich, but I mean I'm not poor.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I didn't try to apply any scholarship that has like a poor family proof, something like that. So I applied this one scholarship that was in English, I remember, and I
Mhm,
used the scholarship to improve my English again. I mean, like I used a lot of the scholarship funding for, I think I joined LIA or something for English program. I don't know if you're familiar with LIA. LIA is something similar to EF, English first.
Oh yeah.
It was
Mhm,
so I joined that. I spent my evening doing English preparation. And on my last year, I remember I stopped doing any extra activities. I said that, oh, this is my time to focus on my study. So my fourth year was focusing on finishing my thesis, and not so special, I would say. Yeah, I mean, like I did some PKM as well, some research activity, but more or less like that. I don't know. What could you learn from that?
So sir, it's different with our situation right now. Right now, we have to do a lot of things to just fill our CV. If we just focus on one thing, we don't have enough
Mm.
CV to go to industry, for example, or get a beasiswa, get a scholarship. We should have long CV. That's it. So it's difficult for
What
us.
makes you think that you need a long CV?
They say, so okay, let me tell you this. In Magang MSCB, for example, they have like a criteria, have to be in organization and then have this prestation and this and that. So they mention it, sir. And also for the scholarship. So right now we cannot just focus on one thing. It makes us, it's difficult for us. We also have to focus on our college life, right? We also
Well,
have to do our tasks, laprak, for example.
that's the beauty of it. You see that this is maybe old saying, like everybody's given 24 hours, right?
Mhm.
So what you can do in 24 hours and what other people do in 24 hours, that will define you whether you are the same, you are worse, or you are better.
Mhm.
So what I want to say here is I don't think that you must have like as long as possible CV when the CV is long but it doesn't say anything. For example, if you put like CV, oh, Nafisa have been a radio DJ or something, right? And then if I were the interviewer, I will ask you, okay, then can you try to be a radio DJ and introduce like one certain program? And I want you to practice it, right? And then if you cannot practice it, what is the what is the function, the impact that you put that experience in your CV? It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like for example, another example. This might be, I am not trying to, I mean like I just no, I mean like I have one student. I'm not saying names here. I'm not trying to blame anyone here, but I just give you one example. If I say, okay, I do this field work, you have a field work, right? Like a PKL, right? You have the field work. I have done this one field work in a yogurt company or in a cheese company, something like that. And then they will ask you, how do you make yogurt? And you cannot answer. So I would say it doesn't mean that the longer you have the experience, the better. But if you can put like you don't have much, but it is very impactful, and then you can say that I did something impactful during my experience in that position. For example, it will have more story than only having like, oh, I did this, I did that, but nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
so I don't want you to have this like a uh wrong thinking that I must have as much as possible, because anyway, the more you put in the in your resume, the more you give the interviewer to ask you, and you must be able to pick up what you have written in the CV, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can find this like the good way to put resume, how to put. I would say that yes, not having nothing is bad, of course, but having a lot of things, it doesn't mean that you are good. I will give you one more point of view, for example. This is a very nice story when I joined one company from Japan. I mean, like just before I joined Undip, I worked with this with the Japanese company for 1.5 years, I believe. And this company is quite small, so we can interact with even the highest management. I mean, like by the time I talked with the CEO of the company, because it was like not very big. The CEO was, of course, he is a Japanese, right? And I remember I asked this question. I asked him by the time, just because we were like together in the empty room, and then it's like, it's empty, it's quiet. I need to make some conversation to make it not so awkward. So I asked him, I still remember his name was Kocho-san. Kocho-san, excuse me, Kocho-san, how long have you been working for this company? That's what I asked him. How long have you been working for this company? That's what I asked Kocho-san. His answer was, well, what do I say? I graduated on I graduated on 1980 something. And then I was
Mhm.
like, no. Sorry, Koto-san. I was asking, how long have you been working for this company? This company? Yeah. He said, yeah. I know. He said that I graduated on 1989. And
Mhm.
after that, until now, I work for this company.
Mhm.
You get me, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
when I asked him, how long have you been working for this company? He said that after I graduated from a bachelor degree until now, until he is old and becoming a CEO, he worked for the same company. I was like,
Mm.
wow, wow. Pak Albadi maybe can give more about the Japanese value here. But he
Mm.
said that in Japanese, they value loyalty more than I mean, like, loyalty for them is very highly valued. So you don't see like people having like in the resume, oh, company A, company B, company C, company D. No, what you will have is company A and position A, B, C, but still within the same company. So what I want to say here is, don't get like wrong message, like having
Mhm.
more in your resume will be always good thing. No, I would say like
Mhm.
not like that, Nafisa. It's better
Mhm.
to join something and you actually do something on that position. For example, if you have position as a radio DJ, you can say that by doing this, I can improve I don't know, the audience. I don't know how to measure the audience
Mhm.
rating, improved from this to that percentage, this and that. So you can tell more story than just saying that I have done 1 to 10, but like very superficial thing to do.
Okay, and then how how we have to choose one activity, sir, because there are a lot of open opportunity here, right? I mean, like we are having, I would say, information obesity because a lot of information get to us. We know this, we know that, we know that's opportunities. How to choose one, to
Why do
focus
you
on
have to
one?
choose? No, let me ask you, why do you have to choose?
Okay, if I don't choose, there are a lot of opportunity, right, sir? Like I told you before,
Well,
there are many.
yeah, I know. Um, if you want to approach this as like assignments,
Mhm.
so in the assignments, you have what we call as hassle and impact diagram. Hassle and impact. Hassle is
Please
the
be more
effort that
detailed.
you, hassle, hassle. Hassle means that, oh, this is too much hassle, means that you have to do too much to do something. Yes,
Oh yeah.
hassle and impact. So whenever you want to do something, you always have how much hassles that I have to put, how much effort that I have to put to do this,
Mhm.
right? And then
Mhm.
the impact, what impact to me, to the society, to my improvement that I will get,
Mhm.
right? And then you always have this, for example, 4 quadrants, quadrants, right?
Yes.
So big hassle, big impact, somewhere there. If you imagine,
Mhm.
look, I'm making like a
Mhm.
square here with the 4
Mhm.
like 4 cubes basically. So if you
Mhm.
have big hassle, high hassle, and high impact, so you will have something somewhere there. And then if you have
Oh,
big
okay.
hassle, low impact, big hassle, low impact, and then you have
Mhm.
something here. It's something like that. So ideally, if you want to choose, then you can think, what is this? Oh, okay, this has a low hassle but big impact, something like that. This is
Mm.
theoretical. I mean, like
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
hassle means how much time that it will take it from your life. I mean, like if it takes
Get it.
a lot of time, it takes a lot of commitment, but then actually, my role is not so big. I think I don't get to learn anything too much, something like that. And then you can
Mhm.
avoid it. For example, what kind of activities that if you join a committee, if you join I don't know, organization with too much meetings without no result, then you can
Mhm.
say, oh, this is too much hassle,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
no
yeah. I
impact.
get it. Okay,
But
I
if
get
you
it. I
work
get
in
it.
a good efficiency team, like a very good team where one meeting, one result, and then very active. I mean, like you can get a lot of things
Mm.
done by having not so many meetings. Then you can see, oh, this is low hassle, but very big impact. So you maybe if you want to approach this like assignments, then you can put
Mhm.
it like that. How much time that I have to commit on this activity, but how much
Mm.
improvement that you will get for that.
Oh, yeah, maybe we're wrong at that
Say again, sorry.
phase, right? So maybe we are wrong to choose. So it makes us burn out somehow. Like
Yeah,
because we choose this and that, and then suddenly they accept it.
I
Both.
don't know. I can get it. I mean, like you see, let's put it like this, for example, wrong choice. Like, I know that you put a lot of effort doing your lab prac, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then by doing so, you think that, okay, I don't need to attend my yoga classes, for example, or I will do my lab prac during my yoga classes, for example,
Mm-hmm.
because you see that you think that this will be more impactful to do lab prac than attending class, putting attention on the classroom, for example. But then you can think again. If you think properly, if you think carefully, oh, how much effort should I do this? I mean, like, do I have to make it like a masterpiece, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Or I
Yeah,
just want
yeah.
to need to complete this and that's it. I mean, like, I don't need to make it like you see, a masterpiece. You can think carefully, but above that, I mean, like I said, you can approach it like doing assignments with the hassle and impact. But above that, you have interest, you have passion. You
Okay.
see,
Mm-hmm.
with doing something that you are interested in, that you have passion with, you don't feel tired, you don't feel bored,
Mm-hmm.
and you will find it all on your way. I mean, like if you find something like that, then do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you have to choose. I mean, like ideally, if you can do it all, do it all, ideally. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know realistically you have to choose. Maybe you don't have to join this and that. Like I told you, I think in my story, I did my organization and then I did,
Mm-hmm.
joining demonstration as well. I mean, like experience this, experience that. I joined hiking as well. But then
Mm-hmm.
later on, when I was in my fourth year, I said, okay, I need to focus. So, you have to know your priority as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. So, do you think that we have to do the trial and error process first, or we can get it from another experience, from another people experience?
Give me example.
Like, oh, when I chose this, for example, I chose this activity. You said that we have to make a time. By time, we can choose what's our dreams, right, sir? But do we have to make those trial and error to just choose our dream, or we can divine by learning from another person experience?
My experience might not apply for you.
Hmm. Okay.
I will not take it like everybody's experience will work for me as well. Everybody's
Mhm.
different. Everybody has, I mean, like I can say this because I'm old enough now. I have three
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
I have three kids. I taught them, I fed them the same, but they grew into someone different. I mean, like you
Mhm.
get my point, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Everybody has different interests, different passion. So we cannot always say that we can always learn something. For example, I told you the story of getting scholarship very hard. What I
Mhm.
want you to learn is, if I can say, just be, what do you call it? Not only hard work, but do not give up. I mean, like when you fail one and then try twice, try three times, and don't give up. I mean, don't give up. It can be applied for anything, right? But it doesn't have to
Mhm.
be in doing scholarship. If you can do it in one go, why not? I mean, like, you don't have to try three times.
Mhm.
You can learn from me, like in that case, Pak Yoga, can you teach me how to make a good motivational letter? Yes, I can teach you. And then if by doing so you can avoid failing three times, then it will be better, of course.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
here, what I want to say here is sometimes failure is necessary, Mafisa.
Okay.
Failure is
Yeah.
necessary. It puts your feet on the ground. It makes you humble, and you will appreciate. You see, there is a one small proverb that I still remember now from the pocketbook of Pramuka.
Mhm.
I did
Yeah.
join Pramuka back in the day, and then I still remember the one proverb there, and the proverb goes like this: the sweet will not taste sweet if you never taste bitter, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Sweet will never taste, it doesn't taste sweet if you never taste bitter. So you cannot really appreciate being successful if you are always successful. Let's say something like that, for example.
Mhm.
So failure is actually some in a good way. It makes you grow. It makes you more wiser, something like that. It doesn't make you arrogant. You know that, yeah, I can only achieve this by doing more, by learning from my mistake. So if you ask me, do I have to do a trial and error? I would say, of course, if you can learn from somebody mistake, it's okay. But if you, after you learn from somebody mistake and you still make the error, that is okay. That is growing up.
Okay, so
I'm
okay,
sorry.
get it now.
I'm too old now. I'm telling those words. Maybe you
That's the
can
thing we
give
need, sir.
the chance to the audience if they want to ask anything, maybe.
No, because this is a podcast setting, sir. So there are no
Oh,
Q&A session. Yeah,
there's no
they
Q&A session. Ah,
yeah,
okay.
they give their question behind the screen, sir. And now maybe okay, it's long, yeah. I get 30 minutes from Palbari. He said that you only have 30 minutes to do this podcast, Nafisa, but now it's more than 30 minutes. So, sir, I can conclude that our problem here, why we are burnt out doing this college life, is because we cannot just choose one. Is because we cannot just choose the right one to go like that. We have to what do you call it? Memecah our brain to a lot of things. Doing laprak, doing our task, doing UTS, and then preparing magang, for example, and then go to the scholarship and a lot of that. So by you saying that we have to do the theoretically there are hassle and impact and dream it could change. So by the time, so we cannot just choose our dream right now, but by the time it would change. You say that like that, right?
No, I'm not saying that.
Please correct me.
I'm not saying that you cannot choose your dreams now, but I mean, like, your
Mm-hmm.
dream is not fixed. It doesn't have to be fixed. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
always, I mean, like, people do have dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, for example, if you think that, oh, I dream to be this, oh, wow, but after you become that one, I don't think this is nice. I mean, like, you can change your dream. It is evolving with your maturity. So you can always dream to be someone, something, but don't think that your dream. I mean, like, if you asked this question, like when I was like 5, 6 years old, then I would say
Mm-hmm.
my dream is to be a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That will be like, because I was like amazed seeing like people, doing this, having a big gun and this and that. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
then people asked me, what do you want to be? TNI. I said ABRI by the time. They call it
Mm-hmm.
ABRI. Angkatan
Mm-hmm.
Bersenjata. Okay. So that was my dream, but then evolved, right?
Yeah.
So I don't say that you cannot choose, but I mean, like, be aware that dream can change, then it is okay. If you have the dream now, chase, go for it. I mean, like, struggle and strive for it. But then if eventually, oh, the my dream will change, it's okay, no problem. But I'm not saying that don't, I mean, like, I know that you have dream, for example, to be, working for UN, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good dream, very good dream. Go
Okay,
for it.
thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
just go for it.
Okay, so thank you for this wonderful sharing session. I believe that the person who asked me to invite you to this talk show won't regrets. This is very, if I could say in Gen Z word, we would say ini sangat daging. This talk show is daging. Lot of beat here. So last question, sir. This question is also from people near me. It's not a serious question. They said that we can know people from their book, from the book they read, or the music or the movie they watch. And then if you could recommend us one book or one movie or one song you always listen to, you always watch to, you always read, what would it be?
Uh, oh, I don't like this kind of question.
Mhm.
You are trying to define people by using one single movie, one single song. This is something that I really don't. I mean, like, if you know me more longer, you will always say that
Mhm.
I always like to see from different perspectives.
Mhm.
You see, I mean, like, my answers all this time, I always say that, I mean, like, you can try, you can do, you can be wrong. So, for example, like, if you ask me what color that I like, if you mention one color, maybe green, maybe blue, but you also know that having a lot of colors altogether, being a rainbow is even more beautiful.
Yeah.
So I would say if you ask me music, what I did is like this. I always like to have a set of playlists, and then yes, so you see my wife is talking in the background. I
Yeah.
have jazz playlist, right?
Mhm.
I also have Banyuwangian Kendang Kempul playlist.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are from Banyuwangi, no? Probolinggo.
Probolinggo, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
you
know
know
that kind of
the
song.
yeah. So I know this the Osing language
Mhm.
slightly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I have some campur sari. I mean, like you will listen something based on your mood, right?
Mhm.
And that I don't like the idea of having only one single thing that you want to read. But then maybe if I want to put one book that really make you
Mhm.
what do you call it? Make you wonder. I still remember there's one book from Laskar Pelangi, I think. The
Yeah.
second one. The
Oh,
second
yeah.
one. I think the second one.
Laskar
Is it the second one?
Pamimpi.
No, 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 not the second one then. The third one. Is it Edensor?
Oh, I
The
don't know that.
one where they
Go
uh
to overseas?
not only
Is that?
overseas but traveling
Oh.
around, and then I think I read that book, and then it makes me wow, it was so nice to
Mhm.
go around the world and then experience things. That was one of the book, but yeah, I would not say that that is like a very important book. I
Mhm.
don't think I don't know. I cannot answer that for you, but depends on the mood, I would
Oh,
say.
yeah. Mhm.
I like to travel, so anything with the
Mhm.
traveling, seeing the world, and I love it.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay,
I
so
don't answer that very well.
that's okay, sir. I mean, like, maybe this person wants to know your book recommendation. Like,
Book
maybe from this book.
recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harry Potter is considered as book, not.
Yeah, yeah, Harry Potter one is a good book. So thank you, sir. Thank you for joining this program. Thank you for sharing with
Yes,
us.
thank you,
It's
Nafisa.
it's wonderful to have this talk with you. So I believe you guys have the same with me. This is so wonderful. This is so insightful. I thought this would be casual, sir, but it turns out really insightful. Okay.
I'm
It's
casual,
even
but
better.
I'm wearing something casual. You are very formal, but I'm still casual. Yeah.
I mean, like the topics are like
Okay, okay.
okay. Yeah. So
Anyway,
thank
thank
you,
you so
sir.
much.
And
Yeah.
uh, we have like what do you what do we call that? For so these programs are food and English sharing session. We also we force we force the guests to just close the session. So I would give time to you to just give your closing statement or everything to just close this session. And by
Okay.
the way, sir, our audience is food folks. You can
Food
call
force.
them food folks.
Food falls. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought that because I have with this one project called Find Force. Food Falls. All right, let me give you the closing statement. Hello, Food Falls. I hope that you enjoy the talk. My closing statement is always try, don't be afraid of trying something new. I mean, like be open to new possibilities, be open to new adventures, to new challenges, right? Dream high, of course. Yeah, you have to dream high. I mean, like I still remember people can live several days without food, can live several weeks, I believe, without food, can live several days maybe without water, but cannot live like any minute longer without hope. That's very strong. Yeah, I mean, like if you don't have hope for the future, you can simply, I'm sorry, end your life right now. I mean, like that's very, very drastic, right? But I mean, having like high hope, high dream aspiration, that what keeps you moving forward, right? What keeps you doing what you should do, even though it is hard. It is you say that you burn out, for example, but by keeping that hope, by keeping that dreams alive, that gives you some spirit. You have some strength to do what you need to do. So don't be afraid of dreaming high. Don't be afraid. I mean, like, and secondly, I would say that having a good company is also important. Good company here means, if you join people with, this is a good company, I would say. Very good. Thank you so much for the initiative, Pak Albari, Pak Haidir, for example, Nafisa and team for the food English session. So this is very, very, very good, I would say, environment. I always say to my students, how to improve their English. You should start by using English, not only as a lesson, as a class. I mean, like you have to join English to get your grade, right? But actually to use English, how to use English by doing this. Maybe you cannot speak very well yet, but at least you can listen, right? So this is a good company. This is what I say. If you want to improve your English, then you have to have something like this, fun, easy, light, but also, you can improve well. And if you want to improve like public speaking, for example, and then you can also join a good company by doing, I don't know, like an organization or something like that. So have the spirit. I know that you can do. I mean, like, don't brand yourself. I don't know why you brand yourself, for example, as a Gen Z, Gen A, let's say, and then branding yourself. People say that Gen Z is like this is already one thing for people to judge you like that, but for you to believe yourself that Gen Z has to be lazy, has to be easy giving up, that is even worse.
Yeah.
Don't even believe in yourself because I'm Gen Z. I can easily give up. Oh, come on. That is like one of the stupidest reasoning that I can hear. No, don't brand that kind of thing on yourself. I mean, just be better every day. I don't know if that's a good statement or not. I pray for you.
Okay,
Be
thanks.
success, yeah?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yoga.
Yeah.
And for thoughts, I'm Nafisa, and
I'm Yoga Pratama.
we are closing this session. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See you.